Yo, what's up Scarlets? So in this video, I will be pre-farming the one, the only, 4th Futui Harbinger, the Knave, or as we all know as
Arlecchino.
This is going to be the part 1 of this video, cause as we all know, pre-farming characters takes days, weeks, months, or even years to halfly make your characters a level 90 character, weapon, and triple crown, plus good artifacts for that character. So, here's the plan. First is Ascension, second, weapon, third, talents, fourth, artifacts, and lastly, team. We're not just going to pre-farm but also make a good team for Father because I'm very dedicated to Father. Plus, I'll show you why. But before we start the video, I posted this last month and nobody comment. So this is your final chance to comment your username, UID, and server to get a chance to get a Wilkin. So what are you doing? Comment now. The winner will be randomly selected, so good luck. Okay, so for the past day, I was actually already pre-farming some of her materials. And magically, the records that I have been recording are not saved. So I'll just show you my progress. Okay. In your left that is what you need to level 90 a character. And on your right is my progress. And above it is the color if I complete or getting the amount or not. So as you just saw, I have every material to level 90 Father. Next is the weapon. Same as the Ascension level, left is the materials and amount, right is what I got, and above it, if I got it or not. Okay, same as the Ascension, I have everything. Next is the talents. So, in the talent, I only got small for only one talent to one crown because like I said, I am dedicated for Father. I have to grind it to the max, so let's go. Now that we got the other numbers of the materials, next is the artifacts. So Lynette is holding Arlecchino's artifacts. She is keeping them safe. So as you can see, Lynette is holding a 2-piece Glad and 2-piece Whimsy. So before I will show you, to tell you the truth, I still don't get the what is a artifacts that is good with good stats and substats and what is bad or what is even average of the artifacts. So I'm just going to show you what I think is good and that's it. Okay, so in the flower, I think it's already good with that crit rate of 6.2, crit damage in 21, and 2 attacks flat and percent. So I think that's already good for Arlecchino. Okay, next is the feather. I don't know if this is good, but I think this is going to be temporarily used for Arlecchino. Next is the sands, and this sands, it's kind of not good because, well, I don't know if this is good or bad, but I think this is a little bit good. Next is the goblet. Yeah, I think the goblet is kind of mid or below mid, but I think it's going to be temporarily used because of that crit damage of 21%. Lastly is the circlet. So I think this is going to be very permanently going to be used by Arlecchino because of that crit rate and crit damage. Okay, now that that is done, I'll show you the team that I'll be using for Arlecchino. So Arlecchino is going to be the DPS, Benny is for the buff, next is Yelan for Hydro Appliant and off-field damage. Lastly is Sucrose for the swirl and a buff. Okay, now that I showed you the team, I'll show you their sets. So Benny is in level 80 with 294 EM, 36 over 81 crit rate crit damage, and a 192 ER with a level 80 Fav sword and a 5-piece noblesse with a C5 and 379 talents. Next is Yelan with level 80, 84 EM, 57 over 132 crit rate crit damage, 187 ER, level 80 R3 Fav bow with a 4-piece Serve Fate, C0 and 133 talent. Lastly is Sucrose in level 60, 382 EM, 85 over 77 crit rate crit damage, 157 ER, level 60 sacrificial fragment, 4-piece Venerare C0 and with 132 talents. Okay, so now that is done, all we have to do is wait for Arlecchino's rerun in January 21, that is going to be next week, and try to get her and the weapon with only 110 fates with a 45 pity in the limited banner and 39 pity on the weapon banner. So that's all for this video. The next part will be wishing her and leveling her up, and the third one, or the final part, will be upgrading the team. So Red Scarlet out.